Hi, it's Haley, and the other day I was out here on my front porch where I was trying to kind of brainstorm how I wanted to decorate for fall. What kind of doormat I wanted, what kind of mums I wanted to plant, how I wanted to arrange my planters, all the fun things, what kind of wreath I wanted. And I kept thinking if I had a different front door color, I could do this or that or kind of this scheme. And then I had a blinding glimpse of the obvious where I realized I just need a few hours and a little bit of paint and I can give my front door a much needed upgrade. So that's what I'm going to do today. I dropped my daughter off at school and headed to Lowe's for some supplies. Frog tape so I could get some clean edges, some rollers, a few paint brushes, and some black paint for the door. So my door is kind of a crimson-y, mauve-y color. You can see I have the brass hardware. You can see a little bit of warping right here. I'm not sure if that's from the paint. Some types of paint tends to warp when it's hit by the sun, which this gets late afternoon sun. It's facing west. I've got a little, what do they call that down there? Kick plate. I can't remember. It's not coming to me right now. But I think I'm going to try to unscrew that. The first thing I'm going to do is give the door a good cleaning. I did hose it off yesterday. It's nice and dry, but I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning it. And then I'll work on getting all of the hardware either covered or taken off. We'll see. All right, I have the door clean. I'm about to get it taped up, but what I wanted to do was kind of talk about the color that I'm going to go with. So you can see I've got the door in the middle, and then I have these two side panels here. 1, 2. I'm not super loving this frosted glass effect. I'm not sure if that's like sometimes they're like little stick-ons, or I'm not really sure. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Matter for a different day. But I think what I want to do, well, let me tell you what I started with. So the first thing that came to mind was black. I just love black. I've always painted my doors black. I don't know why this one's taken me so long. But since we have kind of the door with the two panels, I wasn't sure what to do with the panels. So if you look in here, you can see that the inside trim has been painted to match the door color. I'm thinking I'm going to paint all of the insides and the uppers. Okay, I'm going to paint all of that white. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, except for I'm actually going to go ahead and paint this flat surface white also. Okay, does that make sense? So the only thing that's going to be black is the door itself. So it's going to be a black door framed out with a lot of bright, crisp white. The other option I was thinking about was doing that same thing, painting out the white here, okay, painting black, but then keeping these side panels black, okay, so you'd have white all the way around, and just this flat surface would be black. So you'd have black, 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 But I showed my husband a few options, a few pictures of kind of what I was thinking, and he was a fan of the white panels on the side. Now, I did ask my friend who has awesome taste, and she told me paint the whole thing black. It would make it super bold, and I really like that idea. I think it's super cool. I looked up some pictures, and it was awesome, but the only thing that that's throwing me off is my white window. I just feel like it would look weird having white and then black, but maybe not, who knows? This is going to be an evolving project. We'll see. If I don't like what happens, I'm just going to keep changing it until I do like it. All right, we have the door taped off, except for this little guy. I don't really know my plan there, but we'll find out. Lou did an excellent job taping. When I took this little plate off, I found that the screw holes had like some little stickers or paper, so I had to peel those off and I sanded them down. And now I'm going to stick a little bit of spackle filling kind of thing in there and let it dry while I get started on the white paint. I thought I had finished taping, and then I realized that there's this weather stripping, black weather stripping that goes all the way around the door, which is a good thing, but if I'm painting this white, the last thing I want to do is get white on this little thing right here. So I'm going to finish taping that off. It's pretty easy. It's kind of cushiony. So I can just kind of take it and kind of push the tape. See that? I'm just pushing the tape down in between the trim and the weather strip. So it's going pretty fast, getting it done. I also forgot to tape off the floor. I'm sure there's a name for that. So obviously, I'm not the best prepper. Taping is probably the hardest part. There's some weather stripping at the bottom of these panels too, which I need to make sure that's clean. And I'll tape that off also. For the paint, I decided to go with Sherwin-Williams TRICORN Black in this door and trim finish. And it's just one of the best blacks, the best in my opinion. I almost tried out a different black, Benjamin Moore Black Panther, but I figured this is tried and true, and why mess with something else when I know this is going to work? So now I am going to just start painting. I'm starting off here with a brush, doing all the trim work, and then I'll use a roller for all of the larger surfaces. Okay, our door is painted. I got the first coat on. You can kind of see a little bit of the crimson through there, but I really like the color. Tricorn Black is just such a good color. I've always been really happy with it. It's looking good. One thing I didn't really think through was the lighting, how I'd have to open the door and kind of be facing this way. So as I'm going, it's a little tricky to just make sure I'm getting full coverage. So I'm just going to plan on doing a really good second coat. Second coat is done and it looks so good. I love the black. It looks so sleek. It almost feels like a brand new door. And now I think it is time to do our side panels. So I'm going to do those in white, letting the door dry. And the white that we have, I actually have a leftover can from the previous owner. It is, what is it? Origami White. So I'm going to get that poured and start going. You can kind of start to see what the white is looking like. I've got one side done with the first coat. Definitely needs a few more coats, but it definitely gives you an idea. It's looking very fresh compared to the old crimson. And here I've got the trim started. I think I'm gonna really like having a lot more of the trim painted white. It's just a lot brighter, cleaner, and especially with that black door, I think it's gonna look really nice. The drawer is already starting to dry. Things are looking good. We've made some progress. Did a few more coats of the white paint. I need to do a little bit more. It's definitely gotten hotter outside. Our black paint has dried very quickly. I'm just so nervous about closing the door. So just a few more coats of the white, and I think we're gonna be finished. All right, I think I'm done. I got it all painted. I'm gonna pull the tape off and then I'll show you the final result. All right, Sophie is going to shut the door. Come here, Lou. Oh, I think it looks really good. Really nice. What do you think, girls? Really good. This project ended up spanning a few days because we got really busy, which was actually a really good thing because the more we looked at the door, the more we realized it was just too much white on the sides. So we went with the next option. All right, here's the door. Got it all taped up, and now I'm just gonna paint the side panels and see how it looks. All right, there is the finished door. I think it looks really nice. I like the trim painted white, and I like the black. I feel like it makes it look nice and bold. Much better. I like it a lot. At some point, I'll probably get a new door handle. But for now, it's a quick, easy makeover. The door is painted. We are finished. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the black with the two side panels painted black to match. It's just kind of funny how it's an evolving process and you have to rule different options out as you go and kind of find what fits. So I'm going to just get cleaned up now, and I'm actually going to paint my house numbers. I'm going to spray paint them black. Embarrassing. But I'm going to spray paint my house numbers black, and I will be looking for a new light in the next few weeks also. So lots of fun things. In the meantime, I am going to make a wreath for the door, so stay tuned for that. And I'm just going to have fun decorating my porch for fall. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!